Hello folks, I have been asked recently to show my build here, specifically my PvP setup. I do run this for PvE as well. The mp7 is great for PvE, better than I thought it would be. It is in short bursts, but yeah, it takes down NPCs pretty quickly too. So here you can see I'm running my mp7. I do have a shotgun, which I'll go into as well, and I run the X45 with the harmful. And I'll tell you why in just a second as well. So as you can see, I'm running 5 Sentry, 1 Savage. The reason I'm running 5 Sentry is for that extra headshot damage. So overall I get 30% headshot damage from that, as well as the 20% to elites. And when I'm running shotgun or pistol or M1A, I can still mark targets for my team and myself. Here on my chest piece, I have a pulse build. As you can see, I have 32k skill power, and I try and get everything rolled to pulse for me. So I have pulse duration on this. On my mask, I have skill power and pulse crit chance, which I think is the best kind of mask you're ever going to find. And on my knee pads, I do have crit hit damage, as well as pulse duration on these, and I only have crit hit damage on these. But I really like running my bottom knee pads for the stamina, which, I mean, it's really high stamina roll at 749, as well as running my toughness up to about 435, 440, depending on if I move my mods around. In all of my 5 mod slots, I run either stamina or firearms, and then skill power. With the 268 gear, if you roll armor on your chest piece and your holster, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get over cap. I think I'm at 5,500 right now, a little over 5,500, with the cap at 53, 54.
Hey, you want to see this stuff?
Yeah, 53, 54 is the cap. Backpack is rolled to skill power with crit hit chance. I got pretty lucky on this backpack. I would have liked crit hit damage as well, but you know, the luck of the draw, RNG. I do run Savage gloves. I run 204s, but I think these are phenomenal 204s. They have a little bit low stamina. I would have liked a little bit higher stamina on there, like 620, 630, but you know, I'm a min-maxer. So I do run the SMG, the crit damage, the crit chance, and the pulse crit damage is huge for me, running a pulse build. I do have assault rifle with pulse crit hit damage, which are my 229s, and I have a different pair of Savage gloves with self-heal on them. These have a little bit better stats on there. They have 622 firearms, but self-heal isn't always necessary, especially in PvP, because you can just kind of roll through your heal a couple times, even while people are shooting you, and you're fine. I mean, if worst comes to worst, first aid self-heal isn't a bad option. I can re-roll these for either SMG or assault rifle damage if I were to run reckless, but I think, in my personal opinion, running this extra 14% crit chance with Savage gloves is much better than reckless overall. And I'm not sure if Savage goes over cap of the 60% crit chance, but no matter what, even if I don't have a pulse or I'm running my shotgun, I always have that extra 14% chance, and that's huge with any kind of build that doesn't have direct crit hit chance on it. And I want to show you my mp7 here. I actually have 2 of them. This one has lower crit hit damage than my other one, lower base, but it has responsive, brutal, and fierce. I got pretty lucky rolling the fierce in the bottom slot there. It's a phenomenal gun. But I also got this out of a box just the way it is. It has high base damage, high crit damage, but brutal, responsive, and deadly. And this is a phenomenal gun. This is actually a better gun than the Fierce one because it has higher crit damage, crit chance. Not crit chance, but
Hey, get your ass
overall,
over here.
either one of these is probably good. But I do run this for the crit chance, and I think it puts me a little over cap. But it also helps when I don't have a pulse or somebody conceals me to have this Fierce in there. And on my mods, I run mag size and rate of fire. I never run accuracy on the scope. I run headshot damage and crit chance on every single thing I have. I don't run hip fire accuracy. I do run accuracy on the underbarrel, but I run stability on the underbarrel and the muzzle. This is a hard gun to control if you don't have that stability on the muzzle. Since this one does have Fierce in that bottom slot, I run crit hit damage. So I have 9% crit hit chance and 37% crit hit damage, which is a phenomenal addition. And I honestly think it's better than Deadly, because you're only getting 28% crit hit damage, and you're only getting 7%, 8% on the muzzle. So I think my other gun is a better gun overall. I don't know if I can't remember if I said this one was better, but this is a better gun. Yeah, unless you switch out mods and you have a tactician with really high pulls. It's kind of up to you. I have been destroying with my shotgun. I must have killed 200 people with the shotgun in the last day and a half, 2 days. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. Shotguns are incredibly overpowered right now, especially since you can snapshot people. The auto aim on the PS4 here is ridiculous. But I have a brutal, deadly, responsive with a huge base damage. And on there, again, I run crit chance, headshot damage. But I run rate of fire on this. I tried crit chance, weapon damage. I tried crit chance, crit damage. And the rate of fire, hands down, is the best way to run on your mag. Because you can pop, pop, rather than pop, pop. And it helps a lot when you're moving around and aiming at people and they're not standing still. The burst damage on the rate of fire is better. I run stability on here and accuracy. I don't hit fire, so all I'd be doing is inflating my DPS and getting no benefits from a number on the screen. I'd like to say that some kid was chasing me down when I had Manhunt, and he dropped this G36 with a huge base damage. It dropped with Brutal, Deadly, and Skilled on a 2... Or no, it didn't drop the Skilled. I rolled Skilled on there on a 229. If you have a good weapon, or you have sealed caches, don't chase after Manhunts. Man, I felt bad taking this from this kid. I considered giving it back to him. But, of course, like, this is kind of a once in a blue moon kind of roll here.
Don't just stand there.
I love this gun. On my pistol here, I run, it has a huge base damage already, but I run the extended mag with the weapon damage. Yeah, I mean, 625 RPM with 30 mags and harmful. Like, that's how I got that Brutal, Deadly G36, is I made this kid bleed. I chased him down because he was coming after us, and then ran when we killed his friends, and I got this off of him, or the G36 off of him. Bleed will save you. Yeah, I would always run a bleed pistol. So that's my PvP build. And I plan on making an actual demonstration PvP video, or at least kind of a rundown of traits you can use. Combat Medic. Oh, let me go over my pulls for a second. Like 32k skill power, as you can see up in the top right hand corner. I almost have a 40% crit hit chance, and basically basically 85% crit hit damage. Yeah, I think it's phenomenal to run around with. Plus, the duration is 27 seconds. The cooldown's 38, so it's 11 seconds before I get that back. Or if I triage like twice, I'll get that back pretty much immediately. I get my heal back every 25 seconds, which honestly that seems like a long time. But if you're running like 12k skill power, 17k skill power, it's brutal, especially if you see the base cooldown of 41 seconds there. My talent tree, of course I run triage. That helps you and your team immensely. I don't think I'll ever take triage off unless I'm running solo. Critical save, this has helped me more than once. Self-preserved will proc this. But yeah, if you heal at the very last level there, like damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds is phenomenal. I use strike back, reach low health. And I'm not sure exactly what they mean by low health. Maybe it's the last bar. Maybe it's 25%. I think it's around 25%. And it's not the last bar. But reducing my skill cooldowns by 20% has saved me many times. And of course, I use one as none. I don't have that much trouble with it. And when I reload, I'm usually backing up or away from people. I try not to stand still when I reload, so if I ever do have issues with this, it's usually in an okay spot. It's not perfect, it's better than it was, but I still use it. Yeah, so any questions, please feel free to let me know. Like I said, I'll do a PvP video, kind of giving you the rundown of how I play, my play style, and some tips and tricks on how to be smart about PvP playing, and that'll set you apart from the rest of the crowd there. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.